Okay, so an important thing to remember about these pure water carts that have RO membranes is they're pressure-based systems. So the more incoming pressure from the water, the more output water they're going to produce. Now sometimes if you don't have good pressure coming out of a building, you won't get enough pressure coming out of the system to move the water through your small water-fed pole hose and all the way up your pole and through your brush. So you might need some assistance to build that pressure up so that you have working pressure just to use one pole. Other times you might want to try to run two poles off the same system. You probably won't have enough inbound pressure to do that, two poles at the same time. So if you can increase the inbound pressure, you can increase the output and have more water to work with, and then you could run 2, 3, even 4 poles off of one system. So what we do to create that extra pressure when we need it is we use a booster pump. So it might look like this, it might look a little different. This one runs off of 110 volts, plugs right into a wall. Some run off battery power. All work the same way, basically. Instead of hooking our inlet water up right to our system, we would hook it up to the inlet on the pump. And then we'd have just a short jumper hose that goes from the outlet of the pump into the system. And so what this does is it just increases the inbound pressure from the tap and gives a lot more thrust to the water as it moves through the system. And that's going to just naturally create more output. We're going to have higher volume and higher pressure coming out. So if we have to work really high on a pole, or we have really bad inbound pressure from a tap working off a well, or just bad city water, or if we want to run a couple of poles off of the same system, you're going to want to use something like this in between your water supply and the system itself.